Oh, I jumped up instead of forward. You should be down. Let's head over here to help out them. Welcome back to Avowed. In the last part, we ended up siding with the Archmage, killing dozens of people to be able to sever the Adra from the Essence, hopefully stopping the Dream Scourge from taking over, the Dream Plague from taking over. After which we went to the new area, which is basically a volcanic wasteland. So we're going to start off by getting sidetracked and checking out that cave over there. After which we'll probably come back to this campsite and talk to our companions, because it's been a while since I've listened to any of them. Oh, I jumped up instead of forward. You should be down. Let's head over here to help out them.
We'll get them next time, dear.
Let's get this gold chest. That sounds like fun. Be good for a ranger. Ooh, sneaky. 4 Constitution. What do I have on right now? That one and intellect. So let's go with Berserker Ring. Intellect.
Child's play.
Can't jump over that way. So if you're not interested in the chatting, I'll put in time code of when to skip to get back to the gameplay.
Envoy, last time I was here, I was fully convinced I'd never be back. I left Solace under the cover of darkness, through an exit only me and a friend of mine knew about. More importantly, I left without permission, which means I more or less exiled myself. Solace is the oldest standing settlement in the lands. Tradition all but forbids aimless wandering. I've met Pargrunen from elsewhere who seem driven to travel. Seems strange to me. You'll see when we get there. Solace isn't the most welcoming place, even to those who live there. Anyway. Not before I've done some reading. Envoy, what do you need?
Oh, was that it?
Thanks for talking. Oh, gods. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. How much do you really know about Adra? Very good. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost? That would be putting it lightly. The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. They'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for centuries. A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't got one. Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves. No, I haven't. And yes, I should know better. A good night's rest would fix my head, but can't fix the world we live in. Maybe it's fine if they're both broken. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question? Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual? Indeed, it does. It's just... When you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing, or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I. Thanks for talking.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did. Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though... I know. We've seen enough pain caused by the Dream Scourge. Things have been... unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Akedans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers. Perhaps you'll pick a better specialty next time. Most historians have only hoped to speak with past lives through animancy. I'll blow them all away with my next paper. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier? Must you try to ruin my fun, dearie? Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details. I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringcrim. The Ringcrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her? She even offered to make me her apprentice. It was overwhelming. I can still feel my heartbeat. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Huntress titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the Godless? I've spent my whole life with them. Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do? I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
As if you need an archmage for that. You could rule the world with a smile.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
All right, now...
When you were out in the Shark's Teeth, you didn't happen to find a badge belonging to Tama, did you? It sure is. Reminds me of old times. Long marches under the desert sun. Scouting runs through sandstorms so thick we had to tie our tunics over our mouths. Oh, he was an incredible bastard. Led the defense of Thirdborn, which meant he also led most of our patrols. He'd wake us up before dawn with the most off-key singing you've ever heard and a pot of burnt merc brew. He kept us marching until we had sand in every orifice you can think of, and a few you didn't know you had. Just when it felt like we were going to collapse, he'd call it and we'd make camp. And somehow, we'd all find the energy for a few rounds of cards or songs or stories. He did. About what? He's gone. Talking won't bring him back. Okay then. Here's the truth. I led a patrol. We were ambushed. Tama came to our rescue. And he suffered a fatal wound in the process. We did our best to keep him in one piece while we hauled him back. He was the color of an eel's belly. But the stubborn bastard made it all the way back to Thirdborn. We got him a sickbed, but we knew he didn't have long. I wish I could believe that. You ever had to watch someone fade away? When it's slow and agonizing, no glory, no din of battle, no distractions. Count yourself lucky. I'd take a keel hauling any day. Sitting there, I noticed that he was missing his badge. And all the time I'd known him, I'd never seen him take it off. Cruel irony, isn't it? He comes to our rescue, and in the process, he loses the thing that marks him as a soldier. I'm sorry, Envoy. I haven't talked about this in a while. I never thought I'd tell this story again. But there's something about the way you've led us, the clarity you've kept. Something about you that inspires confidence. Kind of like just having his badge in hand means more than you know. There's just one last thing I've got to do. There's a memorial site with some cairns on the cliffs east of Thirdborn. One of those cairns is Thomas. It's time I said goodbye. Envoy, never mind. Let's get some rest.
All right, let's talk to Giada.
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? The garden is within our grasp. All we need now is the courage and wisdom to brave the unknown. That shouldn't be a problem. I've done a lot of learning in our time together. Are you afraid of what's to come? I'm not judging, just curious. The bane of every academic. I believe, for the first time in ages, that I am not afraid. I used to care so much about discovery, invention, achievement. But deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential. Of course you do. What blade cuts deeper than having unachievable standards for yourself? Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods. They really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me. They truly did. But I'm not going to repeat their mistakes. I'm so tired of being afraid. I need to accept my limitations or embrace them. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey. I have no idea where it leads. And for the first time, it's fine. Perfectly fine. Really? I wouldn't know what to do with that much encouragement. Glad I could get that off my chest. We have bigger problems to worry about, but I appreciate these little moments. Until next time.
Envoy, what do you need?
I guess his is not going to pop up until a
If I
little bit
must.
later.
Rawatayans love to boast about how barren and rugged our homeland is, but we've got nothing on the Pargrunan living here. I can't fault your optimism, but would you think that if this was the only landscape you ever saw, day in and day out? According to Marius, his people are forbidden from ever leaving the Tusks.
I did tell you that, didn't I? Must have been drunk.
I'm all for pulling together, but that's just oppressive.
You're not alone. A lot of people in Solace would agree with you.
Exactly. It's not a home if you have to lock people in it. Ravatai has a similar problem. Between the constant storms and the rocky soil, the lands never supported us easily. So many of us find work as sailors and mercenaries. We explore the world as soldiers or as part of a trade mission. We venture out. We're encouraged to. Not everyone, of course, but Browatai's hardly a dying country. Everyone in the Living Lands faces struggle, but people choose that, and usually to escape something worse. Forcing people into a lifetime of hardship for the sake of principle or tradition is a different matter entirely. Night, envoy.
All right, he's finally done.
Katoa and Hayako. An interesting pair. They were trying to protect their community. From your people, no less. And you killed them. That's worth a slap on the wrist, not a death sentence. I only bring it up because people are growing wary of your empire. With good reason. Just don't give them an excuse to take their anger out on us. Anyway, just wanted to get that off my chest. If I must. When I joined you, I thought we'd be exploring the intersection of the physical and the spiritual, not bickering over sulfur. Yet here we are. Thanks to you, Thirdborn will have all the ammunition they need to defend themselves. In theory. At the end of the day, bullets are of limited use against the Dream Scourge. And it'll take more than gunpowder to wrest the Living Lands out of your Empire's clutches. Still, maybe a little gunpowder is better than none at all. Anyway, what do I know? I'm an animancer, not a strategist. Not before I've done some reading.
All right, so he's the only one that's left with that, but is not
Envoy,
talking.
what do you need?
So
Until next time.
let's check about our upgrades. I still need a cave coral right now. Oh, we can go up to 3. And I need 3 more branches.
You're telling me the Archmage console hut is just a floating skull?
Oh, he does find himself between bodies from time to time, but not usually.
That must be terribly inconvenient, especially for whomever has to carry him around.
I heard a rumor he loves candied nuts. How does that work for a floating skull?
Right, I refuse to even entertain the idea of a skull floating around casting spells and eating nuts.
Then it's agreed. If we come across a floating skull, we just keep walking.
Okay, let's head out. I'm gonna bring Marius now and Yatsley.
How could they? beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many.
I really like this one.
We tended, comforted the living, and ferried the dead. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite? This we could not foresee. But you are here. A green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. Freedom from the garden. A lamp to light our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
Besieged by Mali and her outsiders. The Ray still begs me to search for the missing Adiran merchant convoy, but we're stretched too thin even for that. I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until our replacement comes.
I will try. But this can't last. Hey, I might have...
Another Adiran. Damned if I ever saw the like. So you're the envoy they reported at the gate. Beats turning away the refugees from Shatterscarp, at least. Is it true that many drop dead suddenly? The alternative? I confess I'm ignorant about life beyond the borders, but... never mind. You're here, and I'm glad for it. The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnandru. Taller, of course, but nevertheless. Wait, is that you, Marius?
Gods, here we go.
What happened to your accent? Did you lose it?
I did. So Nimdudes like you would ask dumb questions.
Well, good to see you alive regardless. You know what? I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here. A godless tower? There's something like that east towards the coast, I suppose. You will be disappointed, I suspect. But if you want to go sightseeing, why not? Be careful, though. The Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beetles rose in their numbers. Never mind the Zoribs, or the Dream Scourge, or fucking Amalia. I don't know what there is to do. The Beetles and Zoribs come back faster than we can cut them down, and Amalia... gods, where do I even start? She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep, and so too the reverse. Until her last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave. Because life in the tower is torture. We're low on supplies, the Vastes are leaning against us. They had made a request to the keep for aid. After it was denied, her wardens spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the wastes. The main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another's just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave. She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine. I don't expect an outlander to understand, even if you do look like Nandro. We have a duty to watch over the garden, and our oaths are mortal matters.
Traditionally, if a warden's oath is unfulfilled, their spirit lingers until another warden sees it completed. Or so they say.
So it is. And if one of our own breaks an oath, well, I'd be breaking another oath if I speak much more to Marius. But you get the idea. No. All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down. Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners. And after her raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy, after all. I'm sure you've diffused more complicated situations. I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for treading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the tasks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
I might have something for you, envoy. If you're buying, I'm selling. I'm not quite sure what you're holding there. But if anyone can help you, it's Forge Master Della. You can find them in the forge in Solace Keep, if they'll let you inside.
Don't worry about that. We have our ways.
Not my problem either way. Did you want to buy anything?
Wow. Legendary quality. That's steep for upgrade material. Ooh, that's nice. I'll have to remember him. See what we can sell. Not too bad.
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Head over here and see what's going on.
better be after that burrower. Their place hurts. Are you sure there's not anything else in for the pain?
The camp is empty. I think they might have left behind something.
So the expedition is in the slumbering fields, just across the deadly valley full of lava.
Sounds fun. Oh, that is hurting me. Not doing great over here.
Here we go.
Oh, we're back to the mushrooms.
Well, that was fun.
Whoa there. See the mud? These are wagon tracks.
Oh, I thought that was a memory up there for a second. It's just fire.
Well, time to find another way across.
Okay, that's just where we came from. Does ice work on lava?
Dig and push until the land pushes back.
How is this our fault? We've lived here for centuries.
The mountain screams, the distant island wails, and you know nothing of it. And you say you are children of this land.
Okay, but we're just here for water.
Stay back, creatures of flesh and fur and bone. You follow one another into the snare.
Abidan's hammer. Did Gabral send you? You've got to get us out of here.
And let them extend their fetid reach? Allow their corruption to spread? Never.
Why would we poison the very water we need? That makes no sense. Marius, is that you? Can you talk some sense into anyone here?
Sorry, Raluca. You knew the answer to that before you asked.
Do you understand so little? You awoke an ancient presence with your digging and delving. It waits in the ruins, among the bones of the dead. The land fights back against it, curdling the water. This land is connected. Veins and roots all intertwined. The land feels, it remembers. Like a tree choked with vines, it seeps poison to defend itself from the aggressor. The interloper.
We feel a presence. It rises like bile in our throat. We fear it.
But burrowing worms clog the ears of these fools. I warn them, and they hear nothing. What is this madness? You bear the mark of this land in the ridges of your flesh and the rings of your soul. Surely you must know better. Very well. Your insight would be helpful. Still that foul presence and let the waters flow sweet and clear once more. Clear the old one's water roads to slake this parched land. Do this, and I shall release these vermin to scurry back to their nest.
Thought I just marked it. There we go.
Silmesnitum!
Come and get me.
I thought there was going to be more. Beetle down. Let's get the caster. Holy crap, that's a lot. Somebody's down. I need a heal just in case something happens.
Time for payback.
That was a lot of beetles and a lot of the sporelings. I didn't know we already found an artifact for this area.
Stay away from the water, envoy, unless you want to die.
Alright, so I'm gonna need to use a lot of ice to make our way into there. Oh, there's a way across and a body underneath. So let's go back over here first.
The water is filthy. Look at your death if you didn't know.
Ah, this takes us back to the beginning. Oh no. So it looks like I'm gonna have to run all the way around. Oh, apparently that's still poison water, even though I was standing on land. See what's up here. And with that, I think that is everything within that area. So let's jump across first.
Ruined workshop. Might have what we're looking for.
Okay, so we can't go through that way. Let's go up first. Push come to shove, I can use the frozen pods to make my way through.
Something lurks here.
That's cool. bullets seek and target enemies. That just seems like cheating. Makes me want to try a ranger character now. Or a gunslinger.
Stop. That sound. It's drowning my thoughts.
Oh, this one's still semi-awake.
A rat scrabbling in the dust, crawling back to the same ruined trash heap.
No, we know this voice, this presence, sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again. And you carve lands into petty fiefdoms, but we are the gods of all Aora. I've done no such thing. Ask that parasite that's latched onto your soul.
No, make her go. Send her away.
How the fruits of its destruction make it squirm and writhe. It knows nothing but chaos. This land needs order, purpose. Then you will understand what must happen. You are an Ediran, a nation where law and authority brought peace between the warring folk and elves. It is steadfast. Your people understand how to tame what is wild. How to build empire from rubble. Yes, and that should concern you. See the destruction at your feet.
No.
This was no happenstance. The groaning of the earth, or the lapping tide.
Stop it. Stop her. Silence her. She feeds you poisoned fruit.
Do you think this place was always so gray? With its barren slopes and acid sea?
Seems like Sapadal is not what we thought.
It has destroyed this place before. These hills were once lush, and the people.
She lies. Falsehoods like fangs. She was not there. She did not see.
Why else would the usurper so quickly deny its deeds? Is it a plea of innocence, or admission of its guilt? The question you should ask is what your parasite has to lose. Whose poison flows through this water? Who spoils its own lifeblood?
Creatures did this. They crawled through our bones. They picked at our flesh.
The Magfolk fulfilled a need. What is the purpose of this?
So small, so fragile. We did not mean to. We could not understand.
But I don't want to.
Are you alright, love? You lost focus there.
Every time that happens, it feels like you might not come back.
How rude of her.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think it's possible the Oathbinder knows something we mortals don't.
There's nothing else to learn here. Can we go to the garden now? Please.
Nothing else in here. I guess not.
Surprisingly, that cleared the water. Now we need to unblock the aqueduct.
Oh wow, that's deeper than expected.
You have restored the waters. I was right to trust you. Truly, the spirit of the land lives in you. A seed carried in the wind.
Carried where? We feel the tranquility of this place, but whose roots drink its waters?
I release these Kith to return to their burrows. May they leave this enclave in peace. Clear the tangle of growth choking the Ancient One's waterways, and the Kith may gather it freely. So long as they leave this sanctuary free of their influence, so that new life may take root.
You can't be serious. You expect us to walk away from the best source of fresh water in the Tusks?
If the godlike clears the old growth from the waterways, then a portion will flow out. You may gather it where the waterway ends. Away from here. No. They are an invasive species. Their presence is a disruption. They do not tend. They only take, consume, devour. In nature, all things are in balance. But these Kith are interlopers. Their hunger would crush the delicate growth here. They must gather what they can and leave this place in peace.
Avowed, godlike, in private? That talking tree expects us to just walk away from the best source of clean water in the Tusks? So that what? A few more moss patches can grow? An outpost, so we can make sure we never get cut off like this again. We can't risk losing access to fresh water again. I know you've done a lot for us already, but I'd like to ask one more thing. Shh. But Yes. Look, we need to set up a guard post here. Eventually, we want to build out the aqueduct system. There's no way she'll let us do that. Yes, she's made that abundantly clear. And I don't know how to convince her that we're not a threat. I don't like this, but it's our best chance for survival. We're not getting anything until that blockage is cleared out of the aqueduct. If you can at least do that much, we'll make do. We'll have to.
Oh, that frost.
Silmes Mitum!
They're gonna fight this the whole time.
Water's probably deep enough to swim under the tower. Though if anyone asks, it wasn't my idea.
Of course, spiders.
Watch yourselves.
See. Ah, there was a memory up here. Or there was memory in this area, let's say. Oh, shock accumulation. Terrible. Not one of the better weapons. Let's see what this memory brings us.
We have been here before. Do you feel the old roots twisting in the loam? The trees shake with the passing of beasts. Their prey skitters beneath the leaves. But we took it all away. Now our memory is a wound reopened. You are Maru, a Jabaru Sinakis. You stand on the shoulders of all who spoke for us before. You are young in your role, newly minted from your trials in Thirdborn. You tempered your body and spirit in our image. Tell us, Maru, how did you perform? All of your life had led to this. We noticed your promise, and you rewarded us tenfold. We had chosen many new guardians, but we cherished you first. Now you stood for the garden. Your destiny awaited you. The leader sent you to the temple of Galawain's tusks. An oasis bloomed from the Adra, and our children built a city there. Tell us, Maru, how did you find life in your new home? Meaning, a sapling thriving in its native soil. Why? The Akida's wonders had existed only in dreams before. You saw the city, and at last, you felt like one of them. In the third year of your work, the tide turned. The season changed. The city had grown root-bound, too large to sustain itself. Creeks ran dry. The people stirred with unrest. They turned to you. How did you advise them? They sustained each other for a time, but the crops withered, hunger gnawed, until one day, relief. The builders found a clear spring carved into the mountainside. They dreamed of an aqueduct, a river of their own design. Its veins would split the trees, a winding wound across our back. You could speak with us. Why did you not consult us first? Defiance, masking fear. In the path of the aqueduct lived a mighty flower tree, one of the first in the jungle. A font of vitality. Its leaves spread wide, a challenge to the foreman's authority. He raised his axe. You leaped forward. The axe cleaved into your arm. It would survive, but your blood drenched the dirt. Why did you intervene? To stand for us. This was your gift. Yet you were weakened. He cut. The ground thundered as it fell. The haze parts. We cry out. Our skin burns. This memory we recall. The earth erupts, a chorus of screams. Ash blots out the sun. The cull of winter, the wages of their foreman's pride. Yet there you stood, a sprout in the dust, a witness to our tragedy. You offered yourself to protect us. We could not punish you. Because we chose you. Tend to the whole. You should like that to be our way. Years passed. The Aikido returned. As they rebuilt their walls, they left us offerings, wary of their ancestors' mistake. We welcomed their bounty, but the scars never healed. We too had learned. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Attack damage by 10. That's awesome.
Crow 10!
Oh, that's gotta go first. See that big boy up there. Oh.
Crow 10!
Nice work.
think we found...
That's fresh water right there. On its way to Solace.
Don't want to jump down in the lava.
We'll wait here until you've taken care of everything. Gabral would be downright insufferable if I went back to them empty-handed. Thank you. If there's one thing we need to survive out here, it's fresh water. You've given us a fighting chance.
Let's reset these points. What should I grab next? Oh, Blizzard 3, I think, would be pretty good. Yeah, it increases the duration. And then I got another point. Base level 20 spells. Meteor shower sounds fun. let's head to the next part of the main quest. Gotta beeline it and not be distracted. Can't wait to see what that's about. That 6 seconds makes it feel a little bit like overkill.
Look, those tracks missed the main road. Do you think the driver had a few before they left? Those wagons have seen better days.
That was a pretty good haul.
There's a set of wagon tracks heading east from there. Well, I'd be more curious about those large footprints among the tracks.
Someone's eager to meet us.
You don't get to just slap me around like that.
This is it for me.
Oh, trying to avoid them, and Just wasn't able to. Get back to it.
As I live and breathe, the faithless envoy. Ludwig finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, she's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots. The tower calls, and it turns, and it calls, but for the roots we go, if not for the roots. The roots say your name, envoy. They say you told them to do it. Yes. Goodbye. Yes. We withdraw from the hungry thing. Blood and smoke. Smoke. Death. I'll stand down. I'll stand down. But my people won't. Envoy, over here.
Oh. These poor steel growths didn't know who they were messing with.
Got it.
And after that conflict, we will call it right there. If you enjoyed what you watched, think about hitting that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you all in the next one.